Let me show you how I designed this in Photoshop and in Illustrator. For Illustrator, I used Illustrator to design the text, the main text here, season 21 days, prayer plus fasting, and then Photoshop did the rest. So let's jump straight to Illustrator and begin with the text. Here's our text, season 21. I'm using Honest font. I think Google renamed this, now it's called Honest with an H, and then 21. Instead of just making this into a block text, let's just use a script. I go to File, and then Scripts, and then Other Scripts. I have downloaded it here. Then I'll just go with the values that are set, and there we have our text in block. Let's just move this to the side and then group this so that we can work on this alone. You can work on 21 alone. So the idea was to get this to just overlap with this one. So, and then to have this part to get overlap with the one, the base of one, so that they look like they are one thing. So to do that, we're going to first create outlines from this. Everything is messed up now, just reset. So this should normally be here. Yes, create outlines. Once we create outlines, we now ungroup them. Yeah. Now I'll just duplicate the two by holding Alt, then moving it this way. I change the color so that I'm able to see what I'm doing. With red for now. Then this one, I just hide it for now. Yep. The other two. And so we just have these two together. So the objective is to get this to look like this. So we cut off the what's it called? Is it the ear? The ear of one, and then we extended the two to just fix here into one. To do that, let's do that. So we need the two to come all the way. Shift all the way so that it cuts off the entire thing. Then this one. Now that's what we have. Let's bring to the front. Now what I'm going to do is just cut it off this way. Then I'm going to use a shape, create a shape over here so that it just extends over the two. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. That is Control plus on your keyboard. If you're new to Illustrator, then just do that. Not sure where this one gets. Where does it end? Just do that I'm able to see what I'm doing. All right. So can't see anything yet. So the two appears, it ends here. But we want it to get a bit to the inside. So about there. Yeah, about there. Yes. I'll just hide this for now. Now this and this, select both of them and just use the shape builder tool to cut off this one. Most people can use the Pathfinder tool. I think I just got used to using the shape builder tool when I started out, so kind of stuck. So I'm just gonna do that. So we have it gone. And just move that out of the way. Now we have this curve that we want. Now I'll bring in, let's see again, what had I done? Oh yes. And now I'll just do the same thing here. Select both of them. And then shape builder tool, holding down Alt, do that. Now we have what we want for the one. Now you remember we had created a duplicate for 2. We no longer need the red one. So I'll return this one and make it visible again. Now what I'll do, I'll bring them close to each other. I'll hold down Shift as I move it so that it moves along a straight path. They need to be closer to each other, but we need to have a kind of space here. You see, these two don't align well, so let's just move this up a bit. Maybe around there. Yeah. Now we'll extend this using the direct selection tool. Select both of these anchor points. Yeah. Appears I haven't. Select both of them. What? This always gives me a headache for some reason. What? Right? Let me just zoom in further. Always giving me a headache. Selecting anchor points, then just drag it over there. We'll do the same here. Just drag it over here. So select this and this, and then just move to, I think that's all right. Zoom out and see. Control 0. So these spaces are not equal. See, this one and this are not equal. We should enable we can move this down or move this further out. This appears to be bigger than this. We could use the ruler tool and just measure both of them. Let me just move this and this. Yeah, a bit. Holding down Shift. That's about it. This and this. This appears to be skewed. Is it just me? This line's skewed. This line appears to be skewed. Let me just select one. Is it really straight? Instead of using my eyes, why don't I enable the rulers and then bring in the guides? So, that's right. So go into an outline mode by selecting Ctrl Y. Hold down Ctrl and Y on your keyboard. Now you're in outline mode. You can have a more accurate view of what you're doing. See, I haven't aligned. here, then control this, move it to there. See? Oh, same thing this one. It's not line. Let's use another ruler to bring it down here. Okay. Yeah, this is just way over. The 1-for-1 is just way over. Zoom in again. But you don't have to do this, just yeah, okay. Can be noticed from far, but I think you get the idea. You can do that to get more precise, especially when you're working with logos. You might want to be more precise, switch between the outline mode and the, what's the other mode? The full mode. I just called it the full mode to get a more clear view of where the lines are intersecting, to get a more clear view of what needs to be adjusted and where. Use rulers and guides to be more precise. There are also other tools that can help you with that. If you're doing long documents, I think you'll find layouts to be really important. Yeah, so that is if you're working in InDesign. I'm not sure if we have layouts here. Do we have layouts in Illustrator? Huh, that is weird. I've never bothered to check till now. Okay, anyway, switch back. So there, I'll just clear the guides. Clear the guides, say view, and then guides, and then clear guides. There. Now we want this. Now I think this, by moving these two close to each other, we destroyed this thing that we had achieved here using our script. Now we just have to do it manually. I'm not sure if the script can do it for search. Group. Where's group? Yeah. Can it? Let's see. File, scripts, other script, documents, and text block. It can't. This is already a shape, so it cannot. We'll have to do this manually. I can just have to bring back my guides. And I will just scale it down. Okay, just add it a bit. Yeah. So there we have our season 21 text. Just group both of them. It moves as one. Let's place it up here. Now we'll add the other text, which is prayer plus fasting. Okay. Just add it here. What font did I use here? Let me check quickly. I used Twig Sans Bold. It's a demo font. This is not the full version. I don't have the full version for this one. So if you are interested in that font, you may have to buy it. But for the purposes of this, let me just show you. So let's say prayer. So caps. Prayer. Then I added a plus. Interesting. My text box is a bit small. Then I think they're a bit closer to each other. About there. So let's just scale this up. Oh, doing the wrong thing. Control T. Holding Shift. What? It's just maybe 1 point. Yeah. Almost there. 3.2. Okay. 3.4. Yes. Now we have our text there. Season 21 prep fasting. Now you need to bring this now into Photoshop. But first, let's create our background in Photoshop. We'll start this. So here are my images. I downloaded this gradient from a resource board. Credit to him. Gradient. This is RB gradient background 174. Then I just bring in my image now. The subject. Yeah. You might want to scale them down. Yes. So we want them at the top, and then we'll have our details at the center all the way to the sides. So there. Now we need to make subject blend well with background. So let's test out the different blending modes. New. Do soft light, overlay, and light. Right, let me just check what I used. Yeah, I used image. Yeah, I use screen. There. Use screen. But now, what we need to do is remove these harsh edges. To do that, let's add a layer mask. So a mask is how you are able to hide or reveal certain parts of your design. So if you're trying to hide certain parts of your image, let's say you have a subject and you want to remove the background, you do that using the layer mask. Let's say you have a certain part of the body of a subject that you would like to hide. you do that using a layer mask. The way you do it is by picking the brush tool. Yeah, if you see, if you press brush, that is B, and then you see this cross sign, that means your caps lock is on. So just turn it off, and then it becomes your normal brush. Increase the size a bit. And so for you to hide something, you have to ensure that the foreground color base is black and the background is white. It should not be set to any other color. If it's set to any other color, it won't work. To do the reverse thing, just switch between the two. You can either use this arrow right here to switch, or just press X on your keyboard while in the brush tool. So let's do that. I think I had reduced. Yeah, I think it's okay. Just make it. Is it the floor that I had reduced? This brush, the smoothing, and just so let's also remove these edges, these sharp edges right here. I think that's what I've done. Let's do the same thing on the other side. But then our Bible is covered. So reduce the brush size and then just switch by pressing X on the keyboard. Just turn it slowly, by slowly. Now it's returning this. Do that part. Reduce the brush size again. Just this returning slowly, 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 slowly. It's doing the same thing again. So you could go back and forth a couple of times. I don't think there's a better way of doing this, is there? If there is, you can let me know. I always wonder if there's a better way of doing this. Of having an image with really sharp edges just blend into your background naturally. If whatever that you're using, whichever blending mode that you're using is not getting rid of the edges, is there a better way of doing it? Let me know. Let me know. All learning. So I think the sharp edges are still revealing here. Brush. Oh, my paint. It's the layer mask. There. Now we have our subject in. Am I seeing banding here? Yet I am operating with 16-bit, right? Let's see, what's my color profile? is the color settings. No, not this. All right. Anyway, let's just continue. Then I have too much light over here and too light over here. So let's just add a clipping mask, a layer mask to this, and then add a solid color for the background. It to the back. What happened? Why is it not changing? That is super weird. Oh, he changed this one. Okay. So what I want to do is just brush over these parts. Brush size. Brush. What is it? Brush. Increase the brush size. Okay. So just reduce the opacity a little bit. And 15. Then just reduce this opacity right here. So I think an easier way would just be to reduce this opacity right away. There. Just about there. But now, this is too dark. Also, expect them a bit darker as well. This is too dark, so we need to lighten that up. And just add another gradient background, which is on my desktop. From the same backgrounds, resource bar, you can always create your own gradients, and I just find ready ones easy to use and faster to work with. Just turn this around. Right. Let's have this color come from this side. Scale it up. Scale it up again. About there. I think I'll just remove this on the side. Take a layer mask and then brushing over it. Let's have this full. And just brush over you. And again. Just release that and that and that. And just reduce that opacity as well. Let's see the blending out, how it comes out. So light doesn't work. But light, no. Screen, color dodge. Color dodge. Just reduce the opacity a bit. Yes, so this is still too bright. I only need this light here. You could add your own light source, but this is what I had done in the original file. But now that I think about it, I realize that you could, because of all these issues with these ready gradients, I could just have made my own light source by adding a color here, then using the filter, blur, and then Gaussian blur, and then adjusted it till I had the light source that I wanted. But this is the method that I had applied on this one, so we'll just use this one, this approach. So I think I had duplicated this one as well. Okay, and then I had just adjusted it again. Wait a minute. It darkened. So this is coming here and here. I see what happened. This is a bit too constrained. This is what we had done earlier. So there. Now, what we want to do is just bring in this text now. If you see it darker, it's because we will add a texture image here. The one that you see has like some bit of lines going through, and then we'll blend it. Is it? No. I also adjusted the hue and saturation for this one. Over here. Yes, this is the texture, and it was in multiply. Let me just copy it. I downloaded this one, this texture. Where is it? Yeah. So it's adopted that. Still can see it. I still can see it. So what am I missing? So there, and our light over here, and over here, and a bit over here. We also need this texture to go over our subject, so let it be above all this. Now that we have this background, I had not saved it, but it doesn't matter because I already have this. Let's now just bring our text that we designed here, right? And now it doesn't look exactly the same, but you get the idea. Copy. So because we want to control them separately, I'm not gonna copy all of them at once. I'll just start with this group. Just group all of this. Let's call this background. Then let's add it as a smart object. There it is. Scale it down. Scale it. Good thing with Photoshop, you don't have to hold down Control or Shift when scaling up or down. I think in Illustrator you have to do that, otherwise it will be distorted. Yeah, this is definitely not the one that I use here. Yeah, you see, it's totally different. I think I forgot it. Designed this a week ago, so let's copy that. So I also downloaded this gradient texture on Freepik. There are millions of gradient textures that you can download online. I like this one because it's smooth kind of finish. It's kind of rough, but it's also smooth. There are those that appear really grunge and really rough. I didn't like that look, so I went to this one for a much cleaner finish. So what you want to do now, you want it to affect only the title. Just rename this to title. To do that, you have to clip it to the title. So you can clip by either holding down Alt or on your PC. Now, right done. So you can do that by right clicking and say create clipping mask. So it has applied that. Yeah, this is totally a different font from the one that I used in the real project. But the good thing about Smart Objects is that you can always go back to edit. But this one will not be able to edit because, you know, we already converted it into a shape. So it's currently not editable. So a good practice is to always have a copy. Always have a copy in the original project. So like when you come here, this is the original one, right? This one. So you see, but this one doesn't include the edits that we just made here. So you need to be really sure about the fonts that you're applying before you start converting everything into shapes or creating outlines. So in Illustrator, before you create an outline, ensure that you have the right font selected, and so that you are, in case you discover that something or the wrong font is applied, you don't have to go back to this step again to edit. But you see, this one is editable. Yeah. So what I wanted to do here was just reduce this size. I didn't like the season extending to this side. It looks kind of, I know it fits right here, but to the eye it kind of feels off for some reason. Why? So that's why for this one it felt right, because this was a kind of a broader kind of font, so it fitted right in. So for this the one that we are editing. This is the one we are editing. Just reduce it and place it here. Now if you save this and you move to your Photoshop file, it's updated. That's a good thing with Smart Objects. It updates automatically. Yeah. So let's just release that size again. Place it around there. Now we'll bring this one, prior plus first step, because we didn't want to apply the golden gradient to it. We didn't want to apply that here, so that's why we had to copy it separately. But we could just have copied it the way it was, but I needed to be able to change it separately without moving this clipping mask. Yeah. So just scale it down here. Let's just put it down again. You can also have your guides in Photoshop. The same thing. Just view and show. Should be guides, and then it should be here. So like for now, let's remove the rulers, then just bring them in, and just bring this one in. No, we've gone over the limit. Then this one in, then just scale it down again. See? Now this one you can change color. You can either change color here, or There are different ways you can change color of a smart object. You can double click it to open it in Illustrator and change the color over there, or you can just add a solid color on top of it, whatever color you want to change, and then clip it. Create a clipping mask. Create a clipping mask. Let's change it. Now whatever color that you change it to, it updates. Say whatever color that you're doing white. Another way of doing it is just by doing it over the effects here, and just saying color overlay, updating it here. Well, I find this one kind of difficult to change it later, so most of the times you'll find me using this one and then just grouping them in groups, and I can just call that my subtitle. And then this on my title. It's good practice to name and group your work, so that in case you have so many layers, you're able to know what's what. 30. I need to have a different selection, different part of this image showing up. I think this one is richer in color. Yes. And to hide your guides, you can just hide them here. Have a better view of what you're dealing with. Now you can just add your other details. Now just group these two, call it main, and scale them now, both of them however you want. See, this one is out of proportion because we used a different font, the one that we were supposed to use. Forget the font name used here. So I think I can just bring this one for purposes of demonstration. But you get how it's made. The only different thing here is the font. Now copy the clipping mask. Not copy this one. This is the one that I want. Just Control C, and here Control V, Control T. Place it there. Then I go this. Right click mask. Voila. So may need to adjust this as well. Subtitle. Page. There. So there we have our title. I think the other things, adding the other details to add them, I think you pretty much know how to do it. So I'll just copy them. I think another thing maybe that I can show you is using social media, adding social media handles. For the longest time I used to add social media by downloading the different icons for the different social media platforms and adding them one by one, importing them one by one, and then that proved to be very hectic, especially when you deleted the files and maybe you linked them instead of embedding them. So you will find that whenever you want to go and copy that, it's gone. So instead I just used a font that has social media icons. It's literally called social media. here. See, this is the font. Now to choose what you want, select them, go to type, and just enable the glyphs panel. This will pop up. Delete what you currently have, and then pick what you want. We want Instagram, we also want Facebook, we want X, we want YouTube. And you see, it really does a good clean job. Everything is the same size. You just reduce the size here. Yeah, everything is just the same size. It's more consistent than the icons with dragging them. I think now I've memorized this. I just know when I pick this font, I type QEDM and everything I want pops up. So this one, to give it a balance, I place text over here, and over here, and over here. Just give it a balance. I just copy everything where it is. To do that, copy. And then the details, I say copy, Control C, then I come here, let's say edit, paste special, and paste in place. Now see, this just tells us that we've placed this a bit too low. Main title. There. Not there. And now here you can have the logo and all the other things. Now you just you may need to create now for the different use cases. Or for us, we were creating for the screens, that is the 16:9, because basically any television or most screens, most LED panels are 16:9, but for us, ours is a bit different. We have an ultra wide, so it takes a ratio of 6:1. So if it's 1920 pixels wide, it's 320 pixels high. See, this one is 1920 by 1080. This one is 1080 by 1920. So it's basically this one in reverse. And then this one, now we have 1920 by 320. So you see, you may need to place your subjects differently depending on where this graphic would be used. So see, so you can always resize them. So you first need to ensure that it's in an artboard. You see, when we started, we didn't check the create artboard. See, when you're creating, there's always this. You need to ensure that you've checked these artboards. But for us, we didn't. But don't panic. You can still add your artboard. So you can come to the artboard tool, which is here, and then just select over this, and there, it's in an artboard. And then you just name that, if it's social media. Now you can just, instead of creating everything from scratch, you can just duplicate, Ctrl J, and then create now for screens. Now to resize it, we'll say here width of 1920, height of 10 pixels, 1080 pixels. And now that you just start moving everything so that it fits this new dimension. So let's say if you have this background right here, this one, you notice this one is covering everything, the gradients are covering everything, but you notice that this one is not, so you may need to adjust it. Roll Control T and transform it so that it covers the areas that you want. Yes. And then you may notice you may need to move this subject to the center. And then this texture, you may also need to scale it up. And then for the screens, maybe on social media, this effect may look really good, but when you come here, what happened? You scaled it up, so you may need to reduce the opacity. And then replace this one so that they fit well. So as we said, smart objects can always be edited, but the problem is now if you edit this smart object here, it will also change here. If you edit this smart object here, it will also change this smart object here. It will update on all of them. So what you may need to do is say right click that smart object and say new smart object via copy, yeah, and delete the other one. So now if you edit this one, it won't change this one. So you may go here and then just maybe say group it, then just move what 59, yes, and then just move it here and then here, and then maybe scale it up. Oh, I noticed on the other one, I didn't show you how I made this. So it's the same principle. For the days, I added a shape, rectangular shape, and then I added the word days, and then I just knocked it out using the shape builder tool. You can also use the Pathfinder tool. There are multiple options there that you can use, but for me, I just used the shape builder tool. You can also knock out text in Photoshop. It's pretty simple. I'll be making a video about that in case you do not know. Then just save. So if you save this one, it's updated here. See, it updated here, but it didn't change it here. You notice that it's cut here. Why? Which one is this? Let me see why. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Why is it cut here? It's gone over the size of that smart object. You can always convert the smart object into layers if you are facing such issues. But I think you get the idea. So to convert a smart object into a layer, just right click it and say convert to layers, and now you won't be limited by, you know, the size of the smart object. Then you can just Control T if you want to scale it up, and then oh, I know why. It's this. You are the reason. I needed to select both of you. So and then just place it right in the middle. And you may notice here it's too bright, so you just have to go again and start fixing all this, and then place these ones in the right space so that they look like this, and then control the lights so that everything appears well balanced. Do the same for this one, and do the same for this one. So basically that's how I created the flyer. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. If you have any suggestions and ideas of how this design can be improved, also share them. I appreciate your feedback. Like, share, subscribe. Let's learn together. So keep creating, keep designing. See you in the next one.